directives from the UN and NATO to go to war, you know, whether it's in Syria or whether it's Libya. Look at the results. I mean, it's a total disaster what they want to do. Don't get involved in the internal affairs of other nations. How many nations do you think we're involved in internally with special forces, the CIA? 140, 150 different countries. I would say that if we care about liberty and we want to set a standard for liberty and have something that people should want to emulate us for around the world, is bring our troops home and deal with our problems here and advance the cause. The title I think I saw for this convention is Liberty Ignited. Let me tell you, from a personal experience of having been active in the liberty movement since 1973, actually, it's the first time I ran for office, it has been ignited. This didn't happen in the 70s or 80s or 90s. This is a new event, and there's a reason for this, because liberty has been ignited. You know, there was a time where liberty would be ignited by a person like Edward Snowden. We'd never even hear about it, you know, it wouldn't happen. But now he's seen as performed a heroic event, an effort. So no, it's alive and well, and there's a couple reasons for this. Because we live in a special era right now. I thought the era, I believe the era really started in 1990, and some things went this way, but other things went that way. Just think of 1990, 91, it was the end of the Soviet system, and we didn't have to fire a shot. They were the murderous type of people, and all these people dying from communism, and nobody had to fire a shot. It was disappeared because they had a failed idea. And our foreign policy is a failed idea, and we don't want to make the world worse for it. We want to make sure we are safe and change that. The other thing that is failing, no matter what the stock market is doing today and tomorrow, what is happening in this country is over half of the people in this country are either in depression or deep recession. And their income is down, their standard of living is down, and Wall Street people are thriving. And they're thriving because they're on the inside track. Keynesianism is ending. Just as communism ended, Keynesianism and welfareism and inflationism and central banking control of the economy, it's all going to end. That means there's an opportunity, and that opportunity is going to be in your laps, because you're going to be able to present the alternative to what has been going on. So I think you'll see a lot more failures. You have a lot bigger job to fill that vacuum, and it has to be filled by the cause of liberty. This is the job that we have. The wonderful thing about this principle of liberty is that it's not divisive. It brings people together, because liberals, conservatives, and libertarians should all be together on this, because we're non-judgmental. We don't want to tell other people how to spend their lives. We don't want to tell them what religions to believe. We're against all violence, no initiation of force. So people might want to use their liberties in a different way, but we all should endorse liberty. For that reason, the people who believe in the drinking of raw milk and marijuana and the other drink raw They know it, they understand it, and they know what I'm saying about this system is failing. The ideas of liberty are very young. They're not old at all. They truly have been advanced in hundreds of years, if not many thousands of years. And I think there's room for tremendous explosion of even a greater interest in liberty, which means there has to be a total, or at least a continuous, downgrading of the size and scope of government, because we cannot have the government telling us how to live our lives, run the economy, nor should we use force of arms to police the world. So liberty provides the great thing is people in a group like this in the audience, you know about it, you understand it, you understand the basic principle is not complex, and that is, you can't initiate force. Bastiat had the greatest little book of the law, and he makes this wonderful point. He says, you and I can't do it, the government can. And we need to get that message across because too many people still say, oh, that's okay, let the government do it. They never realize what that means. But my most popular bumper sticker that I had the entire time I was in politics sat on my desk in Washington, and it said very simply, don't steal, the government hates competition. Don't steal from the government.